just dropped my little man off at school. Just had a thought. Because we switched to schools. Because he's on to go to a different school, but both of the schools actually do the same thing in the morning. They had kids volunteer to open the door for the kids that pull up for the school. They close the door. Now, at his first school, it wasn't all of them, but some of the kids you can tell when they saw my face, it could have been just not my face, or my skin color, like something turned on to where you could tell they didn't really want to open the door. In the new school, had ran across that shit. I mean, the same it's the same culture, it's the same amount of kids. It's a little bit more diverse, but I mean, it's still, but it's a little bit more diverse, like I said. So I haven't ran across that problem. I mean, all the kids run up to the door, they smiling, they opening the door, they tell you have a good day, they don't slam the door. But you could tell, they haven't necessarily been taught or being taught, I guess you can call it, the difference between races, black and white, or brown and white. Let's say brown and white, because it's, in our area it's a lot of brown, but you can see it when at his first school, and it's crazy because a lot of the kids, I mean, you can tell when a kid is being taught something and they're not really too sure about it, because you can tell, like, they're like, why? Like if a kid is learning, I don't know, some new math or multiplication, let's say multiplication facts, they see it, but they're not too sure about it. So you can see them thinking, like, if a teacher write on the board, like, they see it, they gotta think about it, then you can see that hesitation in them when they gotta write the answer or tap the board for the answer. Like, you can see it. And it's the same thing when you teaching kids, let's just call it what it is, racism, hate due to somebody's race. They're not sure about it. That's why, I think it's continuously talked about to them to get them to the point where they're just pissed off, where it's just them. This is who they want me to be. I don't like blah blah blah, and this is why. Then the beliefs they're bought in, they move on with it. It's them now. But at such a young age, man, you can see they're like, it's hesitant. It's hesitant. It's a hesitant reaction from what I've seen. And a lot of people like, when it's gonna stop? How can it stop? Some people say it'll never stop. It can stop. Hate, racism, all that type of stuff can stop if people stop teaching. Cause it's really hard. It's really hard to teach somebody. It's really hard to teach an adult to all of a sudden to start hating people because of this and this and this. I mean, because at this point they're like, I'm an adult, man. I don't want. I just don't fool with them. I don't hate them. I just ain't put myself in that situation. But for a kid, man, I really think it's got to be something wrong with you to teach a kid how to hate. It's really something wrong with you. And a lot of them, I ran across a guy that said, this was right after my deployment. Neighborhood we moved into, it's predominantly white neighborhood. We used to probably the only brownest thing over there. And when we moved over there, he had this real flag up. He was flying out his door. And, I came home, woke up one morning, I went for a run. I had on my army shorts, I believe, army PT shorts. I think the jacket, because I was trying to break a sweat with the jacket on. He saw me coming. He was standing out on the porch. And I, he know mine, bro. My run. And he saw me, and I went by his house, turned around, went back. I went by like 3 times. On the 3rd time, he took the flag down on the 3rd lap. So, dang, all right. I saw it. And I was walking the last lap, and I'd already ran so many minutes. I was walking, trying to cool down, and I saw him walking up his yard, walking towards me. So, I don't trust nobody. I don't care what color you are. So, I was already on guard. And he apologized for having his flag up at his house. He apologized to me. Man, I'm sorry. It's just, blah, blah, blah. I can't remember. He was younger, and some African American guys had robbed him when he was a kid in college or something. So that's why he, all of a sudden turned hate towards all, brown people. But this the thing, though. If you hate, and that flag represents, I guess for you, hate, because you took it down when you saw me, and then you apologize, then why you, then it's wrong. If you apologize for something, you're in the wrong. Right? I'm just venting right now, and I don't know. But if you apologize for something, you wrong. That's wrong. You in the wrong. I'm sorry. You apologize. So it's just. I just don't understand what it is. Is it just fun to hate? Is it a cool thing within? Because it's not all. It's some of us that got racism, and it goes both ways. But is it fun? I don't know, man. It just seems like with so much stuff already going on, that seems like that's one thing I think they could make this situation better within the world. You eliminate that, and you got all these people on the earth, and they begin to start working together. So right now we're not together. Period. We have, you have phases, I guess. You have pretenders. I'm gonna do this for not from 9 to 5. At 5, I don't like them. Whatever. But if we continue to have that respect and love and want to help each other. Regardless, man, just think where we could be at as a world. But it's like a prideful thing, like, I don't know. Is it? Then I think it's greed. A lot of it's got to be greed. It just has to be greed. We want it all, and we don't want y'all to have none. That's between nations, people. I mean, I guess it's greed. So I guess greed can bring about hate. But how do you eliminate greed? I don't know. Just wanted a little vent. Might not made too much sense, but it made me feel better to talk about it because you see, there's nobody in the car with me. I already dropped Little Man off. And when you vent to him, he's like, Dad, what are you talking about? So, how do you eliminate greed to help get rid of hate? Something to think about that, man. I don't know.